It's Jack from B&T MacFarlane. Today we got a really special video. You can see behind me, I got most of the Kubota product lineup, some of our most popular products. We're gonna go into the pros and cons of each one so that you can make the most informed decision. So let's get into it. Purchasing a piece of equipment can be an extremely daunting task. Whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, it's a massive investment that you need to get done right the first time. Typically, when you're shopping around for said piece of equipment, you're gonna have a checklist of things that you want the machine to be able to accomplish for your business. Or if you're a homeowner, you're gonna have a list of projects and tasks and stuff that you need it to do for you. And for a lot of people, getting multiple pieces of equipment isn't really practical. You're gonna want one machine that's gonna be able to tick off as many boxes as possible. And I know when you're looking at Kubota's product lineup, there's so many different series and products and models to choose from that finding the right one for you can be a little bit intimidating, especially if you're a first-time tractor buyer. So I hope in today's videos, we're gonna go into the pros and cons of each of the major series. There's 4 of them back there, but there are some more floating around the yard we are gonna look at to go into the pros and cons again, but also some of the applications of where this machinery would be best suited. So I hope you stick around and I hope you enjoy the video. We're gonna start today's video looking at some small compact tractors and subcompact tractors. I'm gonna group these together because a lot of customers that get a BX, they could probably go up to a B or an LX or vice versa. If you get an LX, a lot of your tasks could probably be done with a B or a BX tractor. There's one exception with the LX we will get into, but these tractors are generally suited for people who are doing light duty property maintenance, around 10 acres of property max that you're looking to maintain, whether that be some summertime dirt lifting with a front end loader or a rear backhoe. That is why we call these the Swiss Army knives of tractors. Whether you get a BX tractor, a B or an LX tractor, you can put front end loaders on the mid mount attachments, rear mount attachments, rear backhoes. So if you have any kind of general property maintenance you want to do and you want a tractor that's able to handle all the different types of attachments, pretty much any attachment you think of when you think of tractor attachments, these tractors can handle. So they make them extremely valuable for property owners if you're looking to do, again, that general property maintenance. These tractors are exceptional in being able to do all kinds of different attachments, but where they kind of fall a little bit short is if you have to do really heavy duty work or really specific work. If you need a loader that can lift 2,000, 3,000 pounds, well, this might not be the tractor for you because they'll only lift about 1,100, 1,200 pounds with the LX series. And around back, if you're looking to do huge amounts of trenching on a regular basis that involves hundreds and hundreds of feet of digging with the backhoe, it might not be the most efficient solution to get one of these tractors. But if you have a lot of time, then it might be something to consider. These tractors are definitely geared towards someone with a huge list of different projects that they need something to kind of do it all pretty well. So I did mention there was an exception in the smaller compact and subcompact series, that being the LX. You would choose an LX series tractor if you wanted the full factory cab. So it's the smallest tractor in Kubota's lineup that does offer that factory cab with the heat, the air conditioning, and we even send it with a radio. We don't have one on the property right now, but I will include a video somewhere around here showing what the LX cab does look like. And that can be a very valuable tool for you, especially if you're doing a lot of winter cleaning or if you live in an area where the bugs are very, very bad. Next up, we're going to talk about some larger compact tractors. This is going to be your LO1 series, MX series, and your L60 series like this one here. I generally lump all these together because, again, they do a lot of the exact same tasks. So these tractors, they're going to be a bit heavier. They're going to have a more robust loader, a bigger backhoe, and be able to run some larger attachments. This kind of tractor is perfect for someone with a small hobby farm that's looking for something to do or something to use for general maintenance, and you don't quite need a bigger utility tractor yet that's really a lot heavier and bigger and tougher to move around your property. So this is going to be perfect for someone going into like a forestry application who needs a loader that can lift about 2,000 pounds to lift up those larger logs to put on your firewood processor or your sawmill. And again, the backhoe on it, it's going to be a lot more capable. So if you have some bigger digging jobs, these tractors are definitely suited for that application. And again, all of these tractors, you can get them with a cab, except for the LO1 series. So that does make it pretty nice if you're looking to use this for a commercial snow application, that is where we see a lot of these tractors actually go, because that cab is extremely deluxe. Where they fall a little bit short is if you're looking to use this tractor for an agricultural tractor. If you're looking to do actual farming with this tractor, it's not quite heavy enough to actually do that. So you might need to step up into a utility tractor, or kind of reevaluate what exactly it is you want to do and what you want to accomplish on your property. Next up on the list are the larger utility tractors. This is the largest class of tractor that Kubota does make in their product lineup. It starts at the M7060 or M6060, and it goes all the way up to the M8 series. Behind me here is an M6 141. These are geared towards people who have serious agricultural applications that they need to complete, and they need a bigger, heavier tractor in order to tow the plow or even run some round balers or square balers with it. All these tractors too, you can equip them with a front end loader, so you get some serious lift capacity out of these loaders. Some of them will lift in excess of around 5,000 pounds, so you're almost into skid steer territory. But the only downside with them is the size of them. They're big, they're tough to move around, and they're not new tractor owner friendly, because a lot of them, they are gear driven or hydraulic shuttle shift. So if you're not used to driving a tractor like that, it might not be too smart to jump right into this and just start driving it around. And again, like this one you see here, a lot of people use it in a commercial snow application for huge parking lots, or even some airports actually use these to clear off some smaller sections of runway. Next up, we're going to talk about mini excavators. You can see behind me is a U17. Kubota's excavator class goes all the way up from a 1 ton all the way up to an 8 ton. So you can do anything from some smaller interlock jobs like this U17 here, all the way to digging foundations, tearing down houses, and even digging some swimming pools with your larger 6 and 8 ton machines. These excavators are going to be geared towards someone who has a lot of digging applications. We see a lot of people who get these. They are commercial applications, so they are business owners who are running an excavation company. Although some homeowners do actually use these, and they're exceptional at land clearing. You can get a larger excavator like a 3.5 ton or a 4 ton excavator equipped with a mulching head on the top, and it's going to be a beast in clearing out any trees on your property. So that is a very good solution if you're looking to build some roads through some bush property. Renting or even buying one of these excavators will be a valuable tool to you. But where they fall short is any kind of material moving. If you're looking to use this excavator, the buckets, they're not the biggest things on them. If you're looking to use it to physically move material around, it's going to be extremely slow. And I know they do have a blade on the front of them, and if you're looking to do any kind of bulldozing work with this, it's not really geared towards that either. These blades, they're more meant if you're doing some backfilling of the trenches that you just dug, not some heavy duty pushing rocks, that sort of application. If you're looking for a machine with the most lift capacity and the smallest form factor, then a skid steer is going to be suited for you. A lot of homeowners and commercial users love using skid steers because they're really easy to use. You get a ton of lift capacity, and they can get into some tighter spaces that a larger tractor wouldn't be able to fit in. I made a video comparing a tractor to a skid steer a couple weeks ago, but the biggest difference is the size. If you want a tractor that can lift as much as this SVL 75 here, you're going to have to get a really big tractor that makes it very difficult to move around on tighter job sites or on tighter properties. So if you're looking for a machine that's going to have an insane amount of lift capacity and is really good at land clearing, making roads, doing some heavy duty construction jobs, then this skid steer is going to be right for you. Where it falls short is in terms of attachments for it. A lot of the attachments on the front of these skid steers, they're extremely expensive, and they can only go on the front, where on a tractor you have those PTOs coming off of the back of the tractor, sometimes the middle of the tractor, so you can run all kinds of different attachments that are relatively inexpensive when compared to a skid steer attachment. So that's really the only shortfall of these skid steers. Next up, we're going to talk about the RTV series from Kubota. When you're first picking out a new piece of equipment, this might not be the only piece you get. This is more of a secondary piece that people do get down the road, but I thought it'd be worthwhile to talk about where this excels. If you're looking for a utility vehicle just to move material around your property, this works really well, and it works really well in conjunction with a smaller subcompact or compact tractor, because you can use that tractor to load the back of your RTV, move the material from one side to the other side of your property without having to carry bucketful after bucketful. with your tractor. And then these also have a hitch on the front and the rear, so you can use this to tow trailers around your property in some tighter areas. And a lot of commercial people, they do use these for snow removal in the wintertime. You can equip these with a front blade and a rear salter that sits right in the box, so it makes them really, really good at clearing off sidewalks for any kind of condo buildings or just city sidewalks in general. If you're looking for a machine to do some general property maintenance, I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting an RTV right off the start to do all of your tasks, but if it's a secondary piece that you want to work in conjunction with a tractor or with a skid steer, then it can be a really valuable tool for you because they don't really run attachments. The only attachments you can run, like I mentioned, are some wintertime attachments like that front blade or some rear salter attachments. But if you need something to mow your lawn or haul dirt and stuff like that, then this machine, it's really not meant for that. It's meant just for moving stuff from point A to point B quickly around your property. If you have a much smaller property, say under an acre, under 2 acres, and you're already completely finished with your landscaping, you don't have too many landscaping tasks to do, but you still need to mow the lawn, you wouldn't mind getting a front snowblower on the front, and you need something to haul a little trailer or an aerator or dethatcher around your lawn a couple times a year, then getting a smaller garden tractor or lawn tractor or even a zero turn could be a really good tool for your property. These are generally pretty inexpensive for the amount of value that you get from it. So whether that be a T series, a GR series, any zero turn, or even some F series, these can be really, really good tools for you because you get the lawnmower in the summertime. You can run a couple front attachments like a sweeper or a snowblower or a blade in the wintertime, so you can also use it to clear your driveway. And it also comes with a hitch at the back, a little garden pin hitch, so you can tow around some small garden implements with it. The only downfall is you can't really get a loader with it, so if you're looking to do real landscaping, moving dirt, hauling rocks, moving trees, then this tractor might be a little bit small for you and might not fit all your applications properly. So that pretty well concludes today's videos. If you want to let me know down below in the comments which tractor you choose or which piece of equipment you choose and why, I would love to know. And as always, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. If you need help with parts, sales, or service, give us a call at 613-225-0555. Thank you.